1922, the Wayne brothers purchased land for Wayne Manor, and the caves underneath were infested with bats, and they used owls to kill them off. Present-day Gotham is dark and cold, with villains escaping Arkham Asylum making it just another day. But to some, it's home. Bruce Wayne is presenting his vision for a new Gotham to the wealthy elite, and Lincoln March loves what he hears. He's running for mayor and he wants Bruce's support. Bruce is reading Jim Gordon's lips using his new computer, and he discovers that there's been a murder. It sounds like it's time to get some fresh air. The victim was executed with knives that had owl inscriptions on him, and there was a message on the wall for Bruce Wayne. He's next. The next day, Bruce meets Lincoln March, who tells him how excited he is about his plan to save Gotham. But that's when they're attacked by a hooded assassin. Lincoln is stabbed, and Bruce begins battling the assassin without revealing his identity. They both break through the window and begin falling. Bruce is able to save himself, and the assassin falls to its death, but comes back to life in the ambulance. That same day in the morgue, Batman discovers an owl emblem on one of the victim's teeth. He's seen it before, and it belongs to the Court of Owls. Not much is known about that secret society, but Batman finds a residue on the victim and he follows it to the Gotham sewers. And that's where he's kidnapped from behind. It's been a few days since Batman's turned up, but Jim Gordon keeps the bat signal on, believing in what it means to the criminals. Batman knows he's somewhere near Gotham. He's in a maze, trapped like a prey for owls, struggling with the lack of food for days, and water he has to drink, but he knows is drugged. The drugs make him experience hallucination of Bruce Wayne's loved ones. But his inner monologue, the voice of Batman, encourages him to keep going. As Batman makes it through the maze, he sees coffins of Talons, the assassins that are sent after him by the Owls, and also their victims, including his great-grandfather, Alan Wayne, who was believed to be crazy for being afraid of owls. And that's when Batman is stabbed from the back by a Talon. He's displayed to the Court of Owls, broken and mangled. Overwhelmed by the Court of Owls, Batman is cornered and no will to fight, mirroring his grandfather's fate. It's all helpless, hopeless. The Owls have won. Is this the end of the Batman? Enough! The spirit of Batman has reawakened. This cannot be the end. He begins fighting back. Through the walls, the maze, this assassin is just another thug, and the Owls are just another gang. Batman finally defeats the assassin and reveals he had been studying the water and the marble floor. He is near the Gotham River, he knows it, and this floor is explosive. The river carries him away while the Court of Owls plan their next move. He uses the river and the caves to make it back to Wayne Manor. He's finally safe for now. The body of the assassin he defeated washed up too, and Bruce finds the same tooth with an owl emblem, and he reveals to Nightwing that this assassin is his great-grandfather, courtesy a DNA test, without Nightwing's permission, of course. Nightwing is furious. He can't believe Bruce would do this. They've been worried about him, protecting the city while he was gone, and this is how he repays him? Bruce punches Nightwing, only to reveal that Nightwing had the same tooth with the same inscription. Nightwing was marked to be an assassin, a Talon. Bruce reveals that he's been investigating the Court of Owls since he was a kid. They are an organization that's been controlling cities around the world since the Roman Empire. But Nightwing knows that this is just another enemy and leaves Batman alone with his thoughts. He was such a fool to think that he knew the city, how it works. It was all a show. He was a puppet dressed up as a bat, while the owls really controlled it all underneath. And that's when he hears a loud thump on the roof. The owls have come. Bruce escapes through the roof and uses a chimney to get to his safe room with Alfred, but they can't hold out in here forever. He asks Alfred to lower the temperature in the cave, the only thing that can stop the undead Talons. And until that works, he's going owl hunting in full bat armor. The tables have turned, and they are in his home now, and Batman knows how to defend his keep. The Talons are already dead, which means Batman, for once, doesn't need to hold back. He uses every part of the cave to fight back. But they still almost get to him, stabbing his helmet, and that's when the bats emerge, fighting back the owls, distracting them while Batman finishes them off. Meanwhile, the Court of Owls unleashes the rest of the Talons on Gotham to kill their enemies. They have begun their plan to overthrow Gotham. Batman knows he has to stop them. He makes it to Lincoln March's office only to find him holding a gun and shooting one of the assassins. But it's too late. The assassins had already delivered the killing blow. All he can do is hunt down the leaders of the Court of Owls in Gotham and find their lair. And when he does, he sees them meeting. No, they're dead. Someone poisoned them. He continues investigating their lair, only to be trapped by a hooded figure. Lincoln March stands before him, alive. His face looks completely different. He's definitely on something. This can only mean one thing. Lincoln took the same serum that the Court of Owls give their assassins, which gives them healing powers and prevents them from dying. With Batman still trapped, he dons his armor and emerges as Talon. No, he reveals himself as Thomas Wayne Jr. He is Bruce Wayne's brother. Court of Owls was planning on killing Bruce and replacing the last family fighting for Gotham with their own agent, with Lincoln. Batman frees himself and begins pummeling Thomas. He is the Dark Knight. He is the city's protector. Talon begins fighting back and throws Batman through a wall and down to his death. Batman uses his grapple gun to bring Talon down with him. Talon begins falling down with his brother, but his suit can fly. He drags Batman all over town and even 10,000 feet above ground, trying to shred him in an airplane engine. Batman had planted an explosive on Talon's back, which explodes! But he doesn't have any gadgets left. No more tricks, no cape. Batman is flying to the ground. He tucks his body in and uses one of his bat ropes to swing into a building. Before Batman can get to his feet, Talon attacks again and begins setting off bombs inside the building. He's going to die here with his brother. But Batman can't die here. Gotham needs the protector. It needs the Batman. He crushes Talon's eyes and jumps out of the building just in time to escape. The building crushes and falls down, and no survivors were ever found. We're back in Wayne Manor, where Bruce thanks Nightwing for everything the Bat family has done for him. Gotham doesn't belong to the Owls or the Batman. It belongs to all of us. In 1922, the Wayne brothers purchased land for Wayne Manor. The caves infested with bats, and they used owls to kill them. The bats hid away lower in the caves, only one day returning with a vengeance to defeat the owls. Batman will always watch over his city.